Collective, welcome back. Divine Essence Tarot. It's been a minute. Missed you guys. Tonight we're going to take a look at, this is a collective reading, so this is for everybody, all signs, and let the shoe fit where it does. It won't resonate for everyone. You know, for those that it does, let me know. Let me know exactly how it works. But we're going to take a look at the energy of you and your person, the person that you're currently in contact with. You know, doesn't have to be a relationship, could be a situationship, could be a friendship, whatever it may be. But we're going to take a look at that person, their intentions for you, and their feelings for you. Okay. Now, I have this oracle deck, and we're going to take a look at what this person would say to you if they could. What this person would actually say to you. This is their hidden feelings. Okay. You guys see I got the sage burning in the corner for y'all? You see that? Cleansing the energy. I cleansed the decks, all my crystals. I cleansed actually my whole room before before I got started. So everything is ready to go. Spirit is up in here. All right, let's take a look at your person and what they would want to say to you. Okay. I left you before you could leave me. Okay. I left you before you could leave me. You came closer than anyone, is what this person wants you to know. You came closer than anyone. You speak to me through music. You speak to me through music. One more, Spirit. I left when I saw you with someone. Okay. So again, this is hidden feelings, you know, what's not being said, and it could be either you or your person. Now, intuitively, me looking at this, I'm feeling like you were in connection with somebody who dipped on you, somebody who maybe ghosted you or didn't give you closure. They left the connection in one way or another, and they didn't give you a reason. They didn't give you a why or anything. They didn't give you an apology, nothing, not an apology, nothing. They just left. They cut out, they disappeared from your life and disconnected from you. It's possible that the energy could be flipped and you left them before they could leave you. You understand? But someone in the connection left without even a goodbye. They disappeared. This person wants you to know that out of everybody that they've ever dealt with, you came the closest to their heart. So this is somebody I can already tell that they were guarded in your connection. This is someone who had their guards up. They had barbed wire around their heart. You know, the whole thing. They were very closed off with you. I can tell that they did have emotions for you, strong ones. They loved you. However, because they had trust issues, they only let you get but so close. So, but they're saying you came the closer than anybody ever did. And they usually keep people at a safe distance, what they consider to be a safe distance, so that they don't get hurt. This person has been hurt multiple times, over and over and over. Relationships not working. And they're saying that when they listen to certain songs, you guys could have had certain songs that, you know, you guys both really liked. And when you hear the songs, either one of you think of that person. So, you know, that's one thing to know. When they hear certain songs, they automatically think of you and the connection that you guys had. I left when I saw you with someone. Again, now this one could be either you or them. Somebody dipped before the other person could leave. Could have been you, collective, or it could have been your person. But again, this was not a mutual, okay, y'all sat down and decided this is not working. No, somebody, either you or them, said, I'm out of here, and didn't even let the other person know. So in one way or another, you turn your back on them or they turn their back on you. And you guys split. Okay, this is, all right. This is good to know, yes? This is good to know. Especially, you know, for people that need some type of closure. You might be thinking this person's not even thinking about you. You know, they just went on with their life. But little do you know, you're very much thought of, clearly. But they just don't know what to say. Could be that they don't know what to say or how to say it or how to come towards you. Sometimes people are so afraid, you know, of how to approach, especially when things end badly or there's no closure, because you don't know how that other person is going to take you approaching them. So it's better to just stay away. And I'm getting that that's what that person, your person, has done. They've pretty much stayed away, but yet still have all of these strong emotions and feelings for you that never left, you know. And you could very much still care about them. We're going to take a look. That's why I'm shuffling the deck now, the tarot, to see more when it comes to what you and your person have going on. One more shuffle. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look, collective. Did you guys have a good weekend? It wasn't long enough, was it? I know. Trust me. Spirit, please let me know, show me, and shine the light on what I need to see when it comes to the collective and their person. What happened in this connection? What broke this connection up? What ended this connection? Justice. The Justice, okay? Tell me more about the Justice, Spirit. The Ace of Cups. Okay. Now, somebody in the connection could be a Libra with this Justice card here. I feel that what ended this relationship is the fact that an offer was made, right? You guys were brought together to cross each other's path. And this connection was supposed to be a blessing. This is a blessing. You see how that hand is coming from the cloud? That's literally the divine God blessing your person with you, right? And vice versa, okay? Your meeting was supposed to be a new beginning for the both of you. Now, Justice came in. Karma, right? Karma came in and ended this relationship. But why? We need to know more. But I do feel that with this Justice coming out, this was supposed to be ended. Because Justice is all about fair treatment, right? Things happening the way they're supposed to. Righteousness. The scales being balanced, and your ending of this relationship, you guys being split apart, it was supposed to be. That was only fair. That was only right, is what they're telling me. That was what was supposed to happen. Now, why though, Spirit? Tell me why. The World reversed. There you go. Because, first of all, let's see it in the upright. This is the World card, okay? Let's take a look. This is all about completion. Feeling that things have come full circle, right? Someone came into this connection and they weren't complete within themselves. And because they weren't complete and healed within themselves, they came in and they self-sabotaged this connection. Okay? And that's why justice had to come in and split you guys up. The divine came in and decided, you know what? The best karma is to separate them. Okay? But yeah, somebody was unhealed and they didn't feel whole. They didn't feel whole, right? This is somebody I can see that they get in relationships thinking that that's going to fulfill them. Yet every time they get in a relationship, they self-sabotage it. And they wind up just starting the cycle all over again with a whole new person. But of course, the same result happens because they're not healed. This person is not healed. The person you were dealing with, show me this person, Spirit, that the collective was dealing with. Show me this person, Spirit. Yeah, look, the King of Pentacles, okay? Look. They came out, the King of Pentacles reversed. So this was somebody, again, they could have been, well, I can already see that they were very unhappy within themselves. This came reversed, okay? So when the cards come reversed, it's the opposite meaning of usually the opposite meaning when they're in the upright, okay? I'm just showing you in the upright what it looks like. King of Pentacles reversed is someone who is out of control. You know, they don't have a grip on their life. They don't have a hold on their own self, and they don't know where they're going. They're kind of just, I just heard hanging in the wind. And so whatever happens, they float with it. They don't have any direction. Put it like that. This person didn't have direction when you met them. And they still don't. They still don't. Because this is their current energy. They're still very much just lost. I heard that they're lost. This person's lost, and not only that, they're depressed. They're depressed. They dwell like in darkness. Okay? They dwell in darkness. They are depressed most of the time because they don't feel good about themselves. They don't have, positive feelings about themselves. They have a low self-esteem. Their money is, they don't have much. They don't have anything to offer anybody. And so they can barely take care of themselves. Literally, for some of you who you were dealing with, they don't take care of themselves. They rely on family or someone else to take care of them, because this is someone who's very immature. This came out of King reversed. This is someone who's highly immature. Usually kings in the upright are leaders. And so this person is someone who is a follower. They follow others. And so they don't have their own mind. And yeah, they're easily influenced. This is what they're showing me. This is the person you were dealing with. They didn't have money when you met them, and they still don't have money. Okay? They could be lazy as well with this King of Pentacles reversed. They could be very lazy and just no ambition to, have that get up and go and that drive to succeed. They don't have that. They lack that. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. And could be a female or a male, just so you know. When I say king or queen or what, just know that energy is fluent. So it could be that, because we all have male and female energy, right? All of us. This person, again, look at this Eight of Cups. I asked, for them to show me who your person is. Eight of Cups is, you see how this person looks like they're walking away, right? The sky is dark. Look at the moon and the sun. They look very sad, somber. Eight of Cups is about walking away from being unfulfilled when it comes to love, when it comes to emotions. And this person has been walking away from people since they've been dating. because they have not been able to feel fulfilled because they're not fulfilled within themselves. And so they stay in this very dark, what did I say earlier? Very dark place, depressed. They could have a bad temper as well, being they have on all that red cloak and red boots. Okay. The thing too, I'm looking at that water. They have so much, they're very sensitive. This person that you dealt with, very sensitive, but because they've been hurt so many times, they're used to keeping themselves at a distance as much as possible so that people don't get too close where they can be hurt again. So they're used to walking away from people, especially after they get what they want, usually. They do have emotions. They're very sensitive, very emotional, but they don't show that to everyone. And they prefer to just walk away. Okay? But yeah, it's a very somber, very sad, depressed place to be. This is where this person is, and where they haven't, put it this way, the way that they are right now is the way that they were when you met them and when you were in a relationship. Same thing was going on. They were still depressed from whatever they were dealing with before they met you. They carry baggage, is what I've just heard. They carry all this baggage from one relationship to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and they never release anything. So whoever they're dealing with at any given moment, they're going to get the brunt of that pain, you know, and it could show up in any kind of way. It could be that this person likes to, you know, be abusive in some type of way. Could be verbal, could be that they, you know, they can't be faithful. That's a way of abusing people too. You know, because why be in a relationship knowing that you're not going to be committed? That is abusive to the person that actually cares about you, right? But okay, so we see who this person is. Now, what did this person do to my collective? What did they do, Spirit? What did they do? Okay, I'm going to show you in the upright. This is the 5 of Pentacles. They made you feel, it came reversed, but I'm going to tell you what they did because I can see. They made you feel like abandoned. They made you feel like you were out in the cold. Okay. Many times you could have been with this person and you felt like you were all by yourself. That's how they made you feel. This is somebody who maybe, say if you were out and you were walking, they would walk ahead of you, you know, that kind of thing. They didn't make you feel like you guys were partners. And so you felt like you were left behind all the time and you were unthought of. You were neglected. You felt neglected in this relationship. This is what they did to you with this 5 of Pentacles. And so you felt like they didn't care about your feelings and they made you feel that way. They were very cold. You see how these characters are out in the winter snow with rags on. This person made you feel, because of how cold they treated you and mean, they were mean to you. And because they treated you that way, you felt so down and so, you see how these characters here, this one is all bandaged up and beat up. You felt like you were in kind of like I just heard like a war zone with this person because you could have fought a lot. You could have had a lot of arguments, whether they were physical or just verbal. But you took a lot of blows in this relationship. You got battered. You got beaten and battered. Doesn't have to be physically, but, you know, spiritually and emotionally, this person did that to you. They made you feel, this came reversed, and they made you feel just worn out. Worn out, neglected, cold. Okay. Now, this is the person. This is what they did to you. What's going to be this person's next action towards my collective? Okay. What's going to be their next action? Knight of Wands came reversed. This is the Knight of Wands. This person could be a fire sign, could be a Aries, Leo, or a Sag, okay? But they came out reversed, which means that their next action is, you see how this person here, this character is holding a wand, right? At this point, I feel that they would only be coming in as a player when it comes to you. They're not coming in wanting, if you did hear from them, they're not going to want like a solid relationship with you. They would only want sex. They just want passion. The Knight of Wands, when they come in reversed like that, they just want to have a good time. They just want fun. And it's fun to them is sex. And so this is their next action to move in that way. You see how the Knight of Wands has that armor on, right? On his legs and all over his body, actually, from head to toe. This person's still guarded, okay? They are not ready to let anybody in, including you. You know, even though they do have a feeling for you, they do have some emotions for you, but they're not in that place of wanting to, you know, settle down or wife you up or make you their man. However, take it however it goes. This person, whether it's a female or a man, they're coming in as the Knight of Wands reversed, which is somebody who is in it for a good time, not a long time. No, no, no. In it for a good time. You get it? So, tell me more about the Knight of Wands. The Fool. Yeah, look. They're still reckless. You see how this character looks like he's getting ready to walk off a ledge, right? He's not even looking at where he's going. So it just shows that this person is still moving very foolish. They still have not a care in the world. This is someone who is very immature, childish. They could have a dog, this person. But they feel more comfortable just being free and not being tied down. You see how this character looks like a little knapsack, the stick with the bag and got his little stuff in it. This is somebody who could carry a bag with them, a book bag all the time or some type of bag. But this shows that this person is always on the go, not ready to settle down, right? This person has a bag with them because they go from place to place, like a hobo, like a vagrant, you know? So when it comes to relationships, you know, they don't stick around long. You know, they get their fun. They take risks. The Fool is about taking a risk, leaping off that ledge. So taking a risk and, yeah, just not caring about the consequences. And, yeah, loving life, living life, and having nothing to tie them down. And this is how they're going to come in next. Very carefree. Okay? All right. What's their intention, Spirit? What's this person's intention with my collective? Queen of Cups, reversed. They don't plan to give any emotion. They're emotionally blocked. They don't have any emotion to give, is the thing. They're emotionally immature, okay, also. So they don't know how to really deal well with feelings, okay? This person their intention is to not get emotionally involved, all right? So just keep that in mind. They're not for the emotional side of things right now. They're not in it for that. They just want to have a good time, okay? What is the advice now for my collective? What's the advice? Knight of Swords. So this, I'm going to show it to you in upright. You could collective be an air sign. Okay. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But this card came reversed, the Knight of Swords. So they're telling you, do not be reckless. Do not, you see how this person look, even the horse looks scared, look. So, because this character is just out of control. Okay. And really not not looking before leaping. So they're telling you when this person comes back in to take your time. Don't rush into anything. Just because they're contacting you, don't think, oh, now they're back and we're going to be together. No. Take your time and really assess the situation, okay? Take a look at how you feel when you talk to them. How they talk to you. Are they, going straight for let's hook up, or are they asking you, hey, can we go on a date? All these little details they're telling you to pay attention to. Spirit is saying, look at the fine details and really take your time before you decide on moving forward, or if you're going to move forward with this person in any way. Now, you could be collective just in it for a good time too. That sometimes works because both people are on the same page. But if you're in it for a relationship, they want you to know this person is not in any predicament to offer that. Okay? Because they have way too much, from what I can see, that they need to work on first. Their money, their mental health, okay? They need to do some work on themselves. So Spirit is warning you. I'm getting this as a warning to not rush towards this person just because they open that door or come towards you. Give me one more on advice, Spirit, on this Knight of Swords. Yeah. Look. So this is the 6 of Swords, okay? More swords, more air energy. See how this person looks like they're moving into calmer waters here. These are rough waters that they're leaving behind, and they're getting in a boat and a canoe or a kayak, and they're moving away from this into calm waters over here. So it just shows that this person, they're letting me know that you did move away from this person, or you disconnected from them emotionally because they hurt you. And to keep that in mind, this is the advice for you. Keep that in mind, what happened in the past, and don't make any move at all, actually. They're telling you just stay neutral when this person comes in. Don't offer them anything. Don't offer them a relationship. That's for sure. 6 of Swords for me being reversed means stay put. Like, don't move forward, don't move backward, but just stay where you are in your life. What does my collective have going on in their life right now? What do they have going on besides this past person and what happened? What do my collective have going on in their life? Look, the Empress. Wow. Now, this could be for a male or female, but when you come out as the Empress, it just shows that you have grown so much that now you're in a position where you see all this yellow, you're happy, you are keeping a positive mind frame here, you're abundant, you're getting your coins, you got your money going good, you could be an entrepreneur, you could also be, because the Empress is really all the queens in the whole deck combined. So you have all of the things, all of the elements, all the tools to maneuver through life and get the things that you want, right? You're the Queen of Cups. You're the Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Wands. You're the Queen of, what's the other one? Cups, Swords, Wands, Pentacles. You're the Queen of Pentacles. So all of these elements, right, make you super strong mentally, spiritually, right? You're a leader. You are a leader, and you're all about love and nurturing. And whether you're a female or a male, if you're coming out as the Empress, you are someone who can teach others and show others the way to be in life. An upright person, righteous person, someone who, is carries themselves with respect, and you actually don't ask for respect, you demand it and just by your presence and your aura. You don't have to tell people, hey, you're going to respect me. No, people just do it because they see how you move, and how you move is very regally and very godly. So this is who you are, and this is what you have going on in your life right now. You're focused on your money, and you're also focused on growth and getting better. So you could be going back to school or planning to. but yeah, this situation that happened in the past, even though it was something that I can see was very hurtful to you, and it was hurtful, but you learned from it, and it actually elevated you. Because what energy was my collective in before? Well, let me ask this: what was your energy when you were with this person? That's the real question. What was my collective's energy then? You were a page. So you went from a page of swords. Check this out now. You were a page, which is literally the baby. Okay, literally baby energy or childlike energy. The pages are the youngest in the deck, right? More swords, more air energy. But these are two big Libra cards, the Empress. Swords are Libra too. But yeah, look at the growth. Just take a look at the growth. You elevated yourself. Okay? I just wanted you to see, because you had to be in low vibrational energy when you were with this person, or you wouldn't have connected with them. You would have never went for it. But you have grown, and now you're in this Empress energy. And so you're so far past where this person is, and this person is still stuck. This person is still immature. This person hasn't grown at all. Okay, so yeah, just keep in mind how much you've grown and where you've come from since you've been with this person, and how far you still have to go. But you have pushed yourself as far as you could go, really, honestly, with this Empress energy. There's nothing higher than that. There's no one higher than the Empress or the Emperor in the tarot. So you have really pushed yourself. You could have also worked on your spirituality and definitely healed through using this experience that you dealt with this past person. It could have just really pushed you into your spirituality. I just heard you could have went through the dark night of the soul, which is a period of just being alone and not dealing with anybody for a long time. You could have been single for some time. And then in that time, you really focused on yourself, and you thought about what needs to be, corrected in your life, and what you want, what you don't want. And honestly, this relationship helped you and pushed you in the direction that you're supposed to be in. Because look at you now. And I feel too that this person regrets not being able to grow, and just deciding, because it's a decision I feel that they're making to not, move forward in life and not push themselves. That's people, have a choice. You can stay in that, or you can learn from that and grow. And you decided to do the latter, and they didn't. So yeah, pat yourself on the back. Wish this person well with love. But I would say, just from what we saw, don't revisit it. They will be back, this past person. They will be back. And your past person, they haven't changed. So just keep that in mind. All right? I love you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Good night.